Grounded pretty hard. It's on before the bell.
Michael Long and Genza just started with a little bit of push and shoving.
Oh! Emergency umpires out there already.
So the umpire's getting it going. Bit of feeling.
Fight's underway before the match gets underway here at Windy Hill. The Adelaide Crows making their first appearance, and still the ball hasn't been
bounced. There's a free kick because Greg Anderson didn't get out of the centre.
Yes, it's going to Adelaide. One extra man in the square, and Romano Negri takes the free kick, kicks it down. It's all Essendon. Salmon starting in defence. Cransburg. Hand pass. Comes out to O'Brien. Chance for the Bombers through Kelly O'Donnell, left centre wing. Beautiful block there by Jarman. Put the body in superbly.
That was interesting, that centre bounce, Pete. Actually, McDermott pointed the umpire out.
That's right.
They had too many in that square.
So he's doing a Teddy Whitten. He's umpiring as well. And there he is, the Adelaide skipper. It's going to be another Adelaide free kick. And it'll be the second one going to the big man, Negri, who I thought was best on the ground against the Sydney Swans last week at the SCG. Played a superb game. Tregenza, hand pass, Rowe, short to the boundary line. Be just a little bit too close, I think, for Salmon. He's taken it, kept the ball in play. He did well. Danaher.
As you see McMullen in the back pocket for Essendon, named half forward. O'Brien coming onto the ground. He was named on interchange.
I think the ball has gone out of bounds, has it, Don?
Yep.
They did play on, but Salmon did make a valiant attempt to keep it in, but was not successful. And so it will be a throw-in the right forward pocket for the Crows.
And the Essendon supporters felt that was still in play, as we see Salmon and Smith tapped down by Salmon. Louisa was beautifully done off the side of the boot, and it beats O'Brien over the line. Half forward for the Crows.
Also taking their place is Hughes at full back, and also Rowe for the Adelaide side.
Well, a very important quarter this for the Crows. After, as I said earlier, after watching the seconds, well, definitely the scoring end the Crows are kicking to. There's McDermott, a quick hand pass, a shuffle out to O'Donnell. That was from Marshall on to Buick. Buick to half forward. Is that a mark? No to Somerville. Umpire calls play on a hand pass. Comes to Anderson from Philandia. Anderson to full forward. Madden at the back. Can't get back there quickly enough. And the ball rolls over the line deep in the forward pocket. Bruce Abernathy was the chaser. 33 years of age. Simon Madden's been a magnificent ruckman, one of the best ever to have played the game. Negri, very impressive also against Madden. Madden flies early and hooks it over the back. Negri gets in a hand pass to McGuinness. There's a quick kick by Flood across the face, and the ball will be taken away by Alan Bartlett to the half-back line. The clearing kick. O'Donnell leads in the race and takes the mark.
Covering plenty of ground. Jarman late on the scene. Centering kick by O'Donnell. And strong mark taken by Flood. Inside 50, and a chance to put the Bombers' first goal on the board.
It was a good mark by Flood, because I just thought he may have been out of position. Despite the opposition, he took a good overhead mark.
Despite the fact we haven't got any flags, kicking to the end favoured by this south to southwesterly breeze. Ball drifts off target a fraction. Long, twisting, turning. Gets his kick in. Oh, off the ground. That's a goal. Well, the Bombers score first blood. 1 goal, 6 points, and the Crows yet to score. Philandia.
Well, it was an easy goal. It was coming through the little rover Philandia. His first game, we saw him in the night series. But there's a high ball from Flood, and the Essendon side really had to work hard, because I thought there that Philandia had the run. Long took it off him. They just scramble it through. But nonetheless, he'll be very happy with that. His first kick in AFL football.
Back to the centre, Negri. Taken away by Marshall. To the half-forward line. Rowe out position. Kick it. Beautifully to McMullen. They're looking all right, the Bombers so far. McMullen, a hurried kick to centre wing, and he puts it out of bounds. Number 12 for the Bombers. It's Craig O'Brien, only a youngster.
He's got the job on the veteran Marshall. Anderson's got the job on Filkey on the other wing.
Negri and Somerville. Negri taps it down. He was looking for Tregenza. Gavin Wanganeen takes it over the line. Former Port Adelaide boy. Youngest player to enter League AFL football this year, 17 years of age. Again, Negri beaten to that one by Somerville. McGuinness, quick hand pass. This is Lindsay, taps it round the line and over.
And McDermott places the ball on the boundary line where he thinks it should be thrown back in. It will be on centre wing. Somerville taps down. Marshall, a wobbly punt kick up towards half forward. Salmon in the road for the Bombers. Well, not the greatest of hand passes. Could come unstuck. Ooh! Oh. He took McDermott's head off. Still the call from the umpire is play on. Two Bombers colliding. McMullen might be able to finally pick the ball up. It's socked forward up towards their centre half forward position. Good turn of speed by Buick. 35 metres out. Drills it. Buick and Philandia, goal kickers for the Bombers. They lead by 12 points.
2 goals straight to the Bombers. Magnificent start. And they look pretty desperate. There's Anderson getting it out, but straight to Marshall. Marshall, a hurried kick to the half-forward line. Kransberg leads in the race onto his non-preferred foot. Shuffles it round the boundary line. A diving attempt, and the mark has been taken by Bruce Lindsay. Great start this by Essendon, because certainly that's the non-scoring wing. Look at that mark by Salmon. Coming across that half-back line, playing the loose man and doing well, captaining the side today. Finds Ed Considine further afield, right out in the boundary line. Considine, lovely kick to half-forward. Over the back is Bartlett and takes the mark, but there was a push-out in the meantime, and it will be a free kick to Somerville.
Against Bartlett. Kick drops a little bit short, and it will be taken by Scott Lee. Had the ball in control before it was punched clear. Lee from the true centre half back position, straight down the ground. Salmon again, hit him on the chest. Jarman kicks the ball around his body, up towards half forward. McMullen in the road. Bombers defence standing firm so far. Doing well. O'Brien again. Long, who was in a little bit of a dust-up before the match got underway. Beautiful skills from this fellow. Kick it. And he will. No, he won't. He went for the hand pass. O'Donnell, who's been good so far. Izard, back to kick it. He'll have a shot at this one. Can't bring it around enough, and off target for only one behind.
There was a lot of composure on that Essendon side, the way that Long got the ball away, although he had the free kick. And they're running well. And kick it starting down half-back, running down the ground. It's good to see half-backs and half-backs running further down the ground to kick goals and points.
Danny Hughes, who's named on the bench to kick the ball back. Favours the member stand side. That's going to bounce pretty close to out of bounds. And did Smart get there or not? I think he just got a fingertip to it. He did.
And the Essendon supporters appealing for deliberate then. That was a bit tough, but you won't hear a murmur when Adelaide score. It's all Essendon supporters here. Now that might have been a push out against Somerville. The umpire didn't pay it. It was Bartlett. Now it's Wanganeen. On to O'Brien. Danger here again for the Crows because Madden sets himself. Was that a free kick? Umpire didn't think so. Philandia grabbed when he didn't have it. Plays on over to Buick. Buick dodging and weaving. Now he'll go short to Wanganeen, and a lot of composure shown by Buick. I thought it could have been a free kick.
I thought so too, Peter. I think there's a couple of free kicks that have just gone unnoticed, and there was one there I thought Madden infringed when going for the ball and got into the back of Abernathy, but nonetheless, we're here commentating. The umpire's out there adjudicating.
Well, here's Gavin Wanganeen. South Australian will kick from 45 metres directly in front. A beautifully guided kick. It's another one to the Bombers. 3 goals struck.
Wanganeen, Buick and Philandia, the goal kickers for Essendon. The Bombers 3-1. Adelaide yet to score.
Well, Adelaide, when they actually started this game, had a bit of purpose the way they attacked the ball, but they just didn't capitalise when it did go down on their forward line, whereas Essendon have only gone in there a few times, actually 3 times, and they've capitalised each time. And again, they start sharing the ball around. 3 different goal kickers.
19 points the difference. McDermott, the 2 number 10s. O'Donnell, Filkey. Can't get the ball out of the centre. Again, it's O'Brien, his 3rd possession. Up towards half forward. Smart. Very skilled player, did a good job on Dunstall. And the Bombers again had the chance. Former captain Madden steadies. The trusty left foot looks as good as ever. Their 4th goal.
4-1 plays nothing at the moment. Salmon doing well, taps it down. That's Bartlett with a long hand pass. Hamilton was caught. Maynard, free kick to Maynard, but too high. That will come back to half forward, and Rodney Maynard, Dono, will go.
My word is he loves kicking a goal and running.
Here's the lead up at full forward. Tap down again by Anthony Danner. Here's Rowe on the left foot. Yeah, or the mark dropped by Smith. But deep in that forward pocket, a left foot snap. And he's offline. Now, was that Tony McGuinness? It was.
So looking at Rodney Maynard, he looks to be favouring the left hand. Otherwise, he may have that idiosyncrasy the way he runs, but he's definitely holding that left arm.
Anthony Danaher, watch his kicking. One of the best kicks in the game. Torpedo punt. Doesn't quite get onto it. Negri punches it to ground. Jarman trying to play for the free kick. McDermott in after it on O'Donnell. O'Donnell, a quick hand pass back to Salmon. Salmon looking for Somerville. That was Tregenza. Now a chance for Klug on the left foot, but Anthony Danaher playing in front. I think they'll miss Scott Hodges up there today, the Adelaide Crows.
No doubt about that, Pete. Izzard, Considine. And the ball taken away from him by Maynard. Out of bounds. 50-metre mark. Right half forward flank for the Adelaide Crows. Maynard speaking to the runner and vice versa as well. Be crowded around the bounce. O'Brien, his fourth possession. McMungan at left half-back flank. Tears along the boundary line. Awkward kick to mark. Nonetheless, it was done pretty well by Scott Lee. To half forward again. Izzard at the forward of the ball. And pushed out of bounds by the Adelaide captain. The ball will be thrown back into play. Almost the identical position it was before. A little bit further out, perhaps. Oh, it's a wrestle. Nothing for it. Kransberg got a kick at the ball. He's out on the bottom of the pack.
It's good to see Rovers putting themselves into packs like Izzard did on that occasion.
Come up with the free kick, so justly rewarded, Don. Kicks to midfield. And a good mark taken by Lindsay in front of Wanganeen. One of the veterans in the Adelaide Crows lineup, Bruce Lindsay from centre field, kicks to the left half forward flank. Big pack of players. He's all Essendon again at the forward of the ball. Kransberg left it for Danaher, and he'll clear.
Anthony Danaher back to centre wing. Some wrestling going on. Oh, what a great mark. Brilliant mark taken down there by Bartlett. A long kick to full forward. Negri sets himself. Can't quite take the mark. He put himself in front, but they're mopping up well, the Bombers. This is Gary O'Donnell. He's got loose men everywhere at the moment. O'Brien will look for Anderson. Anderson under pressure, but gets in the hand pass. Back to O'Brien on the long. The Bombers looking very, very good. Flood, Anderson, half forward. Madden comes from behind and flies. Can't take it. Outfire's found a free kick. And this time it'll go to Simon Madden. On the shot.
You can say he was in front, but doesn't seem to be any justice in football sometimes, does there?
Well,
let's see this. Hamilton backing. There's around the neck, but
well, Simon Madden kicking for the Bombers' fifth. But he'll kick from 50 metres. Oh, wobbly one. The forward pocket. It bounces back into the action, and eventually it's forced through for a behind of the Bombers. There's the Essendon champ, Kevin Sheedy, be absolutely wrapped in this start. They're in good form, Essendon, 4-2. The Crows one behind.
Danny Hughes. Last week at the SCG, kicked in quite a few times with a torpedo punt, but with the drop punt on that occasion, getting some pretty good distance. Marshall leading in the race for the ball, nearly got taken out of it. Tregenza, good smother by Michael Long, and picks it up brilliantly. Tried for Kransberg, couldn't find it. Long again, finds O'Brien this time. Good tackle, Jarman. Kick it on his own at the edge of the square. Around Hughes, short, into the pocket, and brilliant football from Essendon. Somerville well within kicking distance.
The kick on that occasion could have gone over the top if he thought a little quicker, because Philandia was by himself there where he made that balk. A little earlier he could have gone over the top, but still he made the most of his kick in Somerville. And coming off is Maynard for the Adelaide side, and coming on is Bickley.
Back with Somerville. The wind might bring it around. We'll have to wait on the goal umpire for that one. I think it might have shaved the post, did it? It did. So behind to Essendon, 4-3 their tally. And Denny Hughes has been particularly busy kicking in as Maynard sits the bench. We haven't seen Bickley before, taking his place. So not a real pleasant debut for the Adelaide Crows here at the moment. Knocked down by Salmon. Out it comes to Rowe on the edge of the square, trying to find Smith. A little bit too long for him. Danaher goes for the boundary line. Smith did well, got a second tap to it, but still couldn't keep it in play. And it'll be thrown in at the 50-metre mark.
Could have been an Essendon player, Smith. Darren Smith, he drafted number 11 in the 89 draft by Essendon.
Klug over the top. Tried for Rowe with the hand pass. Rowe in turn, back to McGuinness. Bomber fans looking for a throw. Kransberg, a lovely balk. Ground a little bit soft. There must have been watered recently. Hasn't been too much rain. Bickley on the bottom of the pack. Pretty untidy this. Finally into the open spaces. Long, who's been brilliant today to put Essendon into attack again.
He's looking for Philandia. Well, he was dragged off the ball. It will be a free kick coming back to Philandia, or is the umpire playing the advantage? Advantage is his. Anderson to kick it. Kick it another short one. The half forward, that's a mark. Or a free kick, whichever way you want to look at that one, and it's been taken by Buick. Darren Buick, he's a welcome addition to this side. Played a great game last week against North, and he's got exceptional pace.
We saw that earlier for that goal, Pete, didn't we?
Well, distance might be a doubt here. He'll kick from about 52 metres. As I said earlier, certainly the Crows kicking to the scoring end. Well, let's see this kick. Oh, beautiful drop punt, but he's hooked it across his body. And as far as distance, it was a good kick.
Well, it's got the wind behind him, Peter, because the wind is blowing across the ground into our faces, or into the camera's face.
Well, in the reserves, they kicked a lot more goals to the right-hand end that the Crows have got. So, sure, that's a scoring in, but the wind slightly across. Well, we have Smart flying for this mark. Couldn't take it. Chance for Tregenza. He's got plenty of pace. To the half-forward line. He's looking for McIntyre. McIntyre plays the front position well. Beautifully done to Klug. Now, can he get in a hand pass? He's looking for Jarman, who waited for it. Shouldn't have done that. And allowed kick it in. O'Brien's there. Back to kick it. And the Bombers looking very, very sharp. He's hard to fire. Can't take the mark on centre wing. The Essendon crowd making plenty of noise.
Just echoing the thought that you gave us earlier about Hodges. They certainly will miss him down there. Haven't really got a focal point in attack at the moment. Jarman will get a free kick for being held but not in possession.
McDermott going off, the captain going off, Maynard coming back on for the Crows.
Jarman at right centre wing. Centering kick, Negri. Unless there's a free kick, there is. The recipient will be Salmon, who's been brilliant across the half-back line. Anderson. He actually kicked into Salmon, but it won't matter. Kransberg. He's been running in 2s and 3s down the ground. Izzard still got the hand pass out. Bartlett finally for the Crows. Lobs one up towards centre half forward. Rowe, yes, great mark.
Good mark.
This will give us a good idea of the wind. Gone short, and Marshall takes it. Marshall well within kicking distance, 35 metres out, so perhaps their first goal. As the clock ticks down, under 9 minutes remaining in the quarter.
I was just going to criticise Michael Long for allowing Marshall to get away, but he's got Tregenza. Long. We see he's got Marshall.
.21 points the margin. Bombers in front. A badly needed goal, that one. They need McGuinness really firing up now. He lies on top of the ball then. He is pinged for holding the ball. You've got to make some attempt to get it out. Izzard, one of their really pacey players, kicks to half forward. Over the back, Abernethy. Kicks it wide and the mark has been taken by Ed Considine. Diving mark. Considine from half forward. Oh, a beautiful kick. Somerville at the back. Oh, almost dragged in a good mark. Hand pass was out from Smart. Socket off the ground by Wanganeen. And it's still in after it is Wanganeen. And eventually the ball did roll over the line at half forward. For the Bombers, the attacking side of the ground is the far side where the ball is now. Salmon. This is Grantley Filkey. to Hughes. Denny Hughes, former Melbourne fullback, a wobbly kick to centre wing. Long has been devastating so far. Michael Long, the short kick, is a good one because he's found O'Brien. O'Brien getting onto the left foot, hooks it hard and high. One-on-one contest, tapped over the back. It sets up Buick. The players charge in after it. Bartlett, a hurry kick out of defence, and he's found Tregenza, who drops the mark. The umpire's paid a free kick.
Tregenza at the right half-back flank for the Crows. Looks for Negri. He and Madden both got underneath the ball. Kick it, looking for the free kick. Doesn't matter, he comes out with the ball anyway. Beautifully directed pass to Izzard. On the Bomber midfielders and small players are cutting their opponents to ribbons at the moment. Made a mess of that nonetheless. McGuinness will get his first kick. The whistle has gone. He's only had one hand pass so far, Tony McGuinness. So a quiet quarter for him. He's got a few teammates that we could also put into that category. Bounce inside the square, thumped away by Somerville. Chance for Buick again, who kicked a beautiful goal on the run earlier in the term. Izzard, barely the required distance. Umpire has paid the mark.
Some of the short passing been of a very, very high standard by Essendon in this the first quarter. The way they've spotted guys, sometimes you wonder whether it's a missed kick, but that was a great pass.
Izzard, fifth possession, and he's put it through for 4 points.
It was catch-up football for the Crows, 12-20, 92, Adelaide 6-11, but at a price for Essendon because Michael Long was reported and they did suffer a number of injuries.